Welcome to my daily coding tutor YouTube channel. In today's topic, we are discussing on the most common exceptions in Java. In our previous topic, we have stuck on the exception in Java and its types, and today we are discussing the most common exceptions in Java. Java exceptions are events that occur during the execution of a program that disrupt its normal flow. Java provides a robust exception handling mechanism to deal with the runtime errors efficiently. Exceptions are categorized into checked exception, the unchecked exception, and the errors. That is the three types of exception that we have in Java. You have the checked exception, the unchecked exception, and errors. In Java, exceptions are events that disrupt the normal flow of a program. They are objects that represent an error or unexpected event. Now let's look at the common exceptions in Java. The first one we have here is the non-pointer exception. The non-pointer exception, also known as the NPE. Type, it is under the unchecked exception. The non-pointer exception is under the unchecked exception. Bracket, you have the java.lang.nonpointer exception, bracket close. Cause, it occurs when a program tries to use an object reference that has not been initialized. That is, it is none, it is empty. The non-pointer exception occurs when an application tries to use an object reference that has not been initialized. That is, it points to none, it is empty. Now let's look at the example. We have the Java public class example. Open braces, public static void main, open bracket, string open bracket close bracket. We have the arg or the args close bracket open braces. You have the string str equal to none, semicolon. You have the system.out.println open bracket str.length open bracket close bracket semicolon. Comment, throw non-pointer exception, close bracket, close bracket. Now let's look at how to fix it. Always check for none before accessing an object. Always check for none before accessing or modifying an object. You have Java if open bracket str not equal to none, close brackets, open braces, system.out.println open bracket str.length open bracket close bracket semicolon, close braces. Now the next one we are going to look into is the array index out of band exception, still under the unchecked type of exception. The array index out of band exception, the type, it is under the unchecked exception, bracket open. Have the java.lang.array index out of band exception, bracket close. Causes, they are thrown when trying to access an array element with an index that is outside the array band. Note that this unchecked exception in Java, they are not checked at compile time. They occur during runtime and are usually caused by programming errors. Now let's look at examples under this array index out of band. We have Java public class example. Open braces, public static void main, open bracket, string open bracket close bracket. We have the arg or the args close bracket open braces, int open bracket close bracket numbers equal to open braces 1, 2, 3, close braces semicolon. System.out.println open bracket numbers open bracket 3 close bracket semicolon. Comment, throws array index out of band exception, close braces, close braces. Let's look at how to fix. Ensure the index is within the valid bounds. Ensure the index is within the valid band. This array index out of band, they are thrown when arrays has been accessed with an illegal index. We have Java if open bracket index equal to is greater than equal to 0 and index is less than numbers dot length, close bracket, open braces, system.out.println open bracket numbers open bracket index close bracket semicolon, close braces. The next one we are going to look into is the arithmetic exception. the arithmetic exception, still the type still under the unchecked exception, still under the unchecked exception in Java. This arithmetic exception is still under the type of unchecked exception in Java. Open bracket, you have the java.lang.arithmetic exception, close bracket. Cause it occurs when an illegal arithmetic operation is performed, such as division by 0. The arithmetic occurs when an exceptional arithmetic condition arises, such as division by zeros. Let's look at the example. We have Java public class example, open braces, public static void main, open bracket, string, open bracket, close bracket. We have the args or the args, close bracket, open braces, int result equals to 10/0 semicolon, comment, throws arithmetic exception, close braces, close braces. How to fix? Check the divisor before performing the division. Check the divisor before performing the division. We have the Java if denominator is not equal to 0, close bracket, open braces, int result equals to numerator over denominator, close braces. The next one we are going to look into is the class cast exception. The class cast exception, still under the unchecked exception in Java. Still under the unchecked exception in Java. Open bracket, you have the java.lang.class cast exception, close bracket. Causes, it is thrown when an object is cast to a class. It is not an instance of. When an object is cast to a class, it is not an instance of. The class cast exception is thrown when an object is cast to a class of which it is not an instance of. Let's look at the example. We have Java public class example, open braces, public static void main, open bracket, string, open bracket, close bracket. We have the arg or the args, close bracket, open braces, object obj equals to new integer, bracket open, 100 bracket close, semicolon, string str equals to open bracket, string, close bracket, obj, semicolon, comment, throws class cast exception, close braces, close braces. How to fix? Use instance of before casting. Use instance of before casting. Improper type of conversation is inherited in inheritance or polymorphism. We have the Java if, open bracket, obj, instance of string, close bracket, open braces, string str equals to open bracket, string, close bracket, obj, semicolon, close braces. Now the next one we are going to look into is the number format exception. The number format exception, still under the type of unchecked exception. Open bracket, we have the java.lang.number format exception, close bracket. Causes, it is thrown when attempting to convert a string to a number, but the string is not properly formatted. It is thrown when attempting to convert a string to a number, but the string is not properly formatted. Now let's look at the example. We have Java public class example, open braces, public static void main, open bracket, string, open bracket, close bracket, args, close bracket, open braces, string str equals to abc, semicolon, int number equals to integer dot parser int, open bracket, str, close bracket, semicolon, comment, throws number format exception. How to fix? Validate input before passing. Validate inputs before passing. Java try, open bracket, int number equals to integer dot parser int, open bracket, str, close bracket, semicolon, close braces, catch, open bracket, number format exception e, close bracket, open braces, system.out.println, open bracket, invalid number format, full stop, close bracket, semicolon, open close bracket, semicolon, close braces. The next one we are going to look into is the illegal argument exception. The illegal argument exception, still under the unchecked exception. Type, still under the unchecked exception. Open bracket, you have the java.lang.illegal argument exception, close bracket. Causes, it is thrown when an illegal argument is passed to a method. It is thrown when an illegal argument is passed to a method. Example, we have the Java public class example. Open braces, public static void set age, open bracket, int age, close bracket. Open braces, if open bracket age is less than 0, close bracket, open braces, throw new illegal argument exception. Open bracket, age cannot be negative, full stop, close bracket, semicolon, close braces, close braces. We have the public static void main, open bracket, string, open bracket, close bracket. We have the args, close bracket, open braces, set age, open bracket, -5, close bracket, semicolon, comment, throws illegal argument, close braces, close braces. How to fix? Validate argument before passing them to a method. Validate argument before passing them to a method. The next one we are going to look into is the illegal state exception. The illegal state exception, still under the unchecked exception. Type, unchecked exception. Open bracket, java.lang.illegal state exception, close bracket. Cause, it occurs when a method is called at an inappropriate time. It occurs when a method is called at an inappropriate time. Examples, we have java input java.util.scanner, semicolon. We have the public class example, open braces, public static void main, open bracket, string, open bracket, close bracket, args, close bracket, open braces, scanner equals to new scanner, open bracket, system.in, close bracket, semicolon, scanner.close, open bracket, close bracket, semicolon, scanner.next line, open bracket, close bracket, semicolon, comment, throws illegal statement exception, close braces, close braces. How to fix? Check the object state before calling a method. Always check the object state before calling the method. The next one we are going to look into is the IO exception. The IO exceptions. Type is under the IO exception is under the check. It is under the check exception in Java. The IO exception is under the check exception in Java. Bracket open, java.io.io exception, bracket close. Cause, it occurs when an input or output operation fails, such as reading a non-existent file. The IO exception occurs when an IO operation fails, such as reading from a file that doesn't exist or writing to a file without proper permission. Now let's look at the example. We have java input java.io.file reader, semicolon, input java.io.io exceptions, semicolon. Public class example, open braces, public static void main, open bracket, string, open bracket, close bracket, args, close bracket, throws IO exceptions, open braces, file reader file equals to new file reader, open bracket, non-existent text, close bracket, semicolon, comment, throws IO exception, close braces, close braces. How to fix? Use exception handling with try catch. Use exception handling with try catch. We have the java try, open braces, file reader file equals to new file reader, open bracket, non-existent text, close bracket, semicolon, close braces, catch, open bracket, IO exception E, close bracket, open braces, system.out.println, open bracket, phi not found, full stop, close bracket, semicolon, close braces. The next one we are going to look into is the phi not found exception. The phi not found exception is under the check exception. The phi not found exception is under the check exception, bracket open, java.io.phi not found exception cause. It is a subclass of IO exception thrown when a file does not exist. It is a subclass of IO exception. It is thrown when a file does not exist. Now let's look at the example. You have the java input java.io.phi reader, semicolon, input java.io.phi not found exception, semicolon, public class example, open braces, public static void main, open bracket, string, open bracket, close bracket, args, close bracket, open braces, try, open braces, file reader file equals to new file reader, open bracket, non-existent dot text, close bracket, semicolon, close braces, catch, open bracket, file not found exception e, close bracket, open braces, system.out.println, open bracket, file not found, full stop, close bracket, semicolon, close braces, close braces. How to fix? Ensure the file exists before attempting to read. Always ensure that the file exists before attempting to read. The next one we are going to look into, the last but not the least, is the interrupted exception. The interrupted exception, still under the check exception. Interrupted exception, still under the check exception, open bracket, java.lang.interrupted exception, close bracket, causes. It is thrown when a thread is interrupted while waiting or sleeping. It is thrown when a thread is interrupted while waiting or sleeping. Example, we have java public class example, open braces, public static void main, open bracket, string, open bracket, close bracket, args, close bracket, open braces, thread equals to new thread, open bracket, close bracket, open braces, thread, try, open bracket, try, open braces, thread dot sleep, open bracket, 5000, close bracket, semicolon, close braces, catch, open bracket, interrupted exception e, close bracket, open braces, system.out.println, open bracket, thread interrupted, full stop, close bracket, semicolon, close braces, close braces, close bracket, semicolon, thread dot start, open bracket, close bracket, semicolon, thread dot interrupted, open bracket, close bracket, semicolon, close braces, close braces. How to fix? Handle interruptions properly in multi-threaded application. Always handle interruption properly in multi-threaded applications. Conclusion: Java provides a structural exception handling mechanism using a try, catch, finally, and throws. Java provides a structured exception handling mechanism using a try, catch, finally, and throws. Understanding common exceptions and their causes in writing robust and error-free programs. So this is where we are going to stop for today. Thanks for watching our video. Like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Bye.